Now that we have configured the system for automatic procurement, we have the product. We remove the warehouse offsite resupply route because we want to buy the product as soon as it runs out at the warehouse offsite. So we are not resupplying from the accessories bargain, we are buying directly. So we come here to schedulers and run schedulers to run the reordering rules. Before that, we need to check that the inventory on hand at all locations is below the minimum quantity, so the reordering rules will come to place, right? So in this case, we have -1 at the showroom and we have 1 at the general warehouse. So these quantities are way below the quantities that we require, so it's good. Now we come back here to the product and I will run the schedulers. So the system here will ask if I want to run the schedulers in the background. I click OK and now it's done. So we come here to reordering rules again and we check that for the first rule, which is the showroom, we have created one new procurement. To see the procurements, we need to click on this button and now we have this new procurement for 11 units. We click on the procurement and we can check on the group pickings. The pickings are the actual inventory transfers that are required for this procurement to complete. So we click on group pickings and now we have this. These are all cancelled, so the one that is running right now is this one. We click on that one and we can see that it is from the general warehouse to the showroom for 11 units of the product plastic plate silver pebble. So this one is waiting availability because we don't have the quantities at the general warehouse. Now we go back to the reordering rules and check the second one. Check the procurements. We have a new procurement and we check the group pickings and we see that we have this one that is actually a double operation, right? We have one from the warehouse offsite to the transit location and one from the transit location to the general warehouse. So this one is waiting for another operation. The other operation is this one. So this should complete first and this should complete second. So if I click on this one, we see that we are requesting to move the product in a quantity of 100, right, to a transit location from the transit location to Do It Best General. And if we go back to the procurement group, check the pickings, this one is from transit location, right, into the general warehouse. So these two operations needs to complete before we have this inventory available. Okay, now I go back. Procurements. We go back to the reordering rules and we check the last one. So the last one, we go to procurement and this one's a little bit different because it has a purchase, right? So if we click here, it has created a purchase order to the vendor that is configured in the product for the product that we are in need of and the quantity of 300, which is the quantity that we already configured. So this is how it works. Now we need to come back here to our dashboard and check what's going on. So we have on the warehouse offsite, we have waiting, we have 4 transactions, 1 to do. One of these waiting transactions is the one that we just created. So someone at the warehouse offsite needs to be processing these and validating these once the items are available. If we go back, we see that here in the receipts at the general warehouse, We have the other waiting transaction, um, which is this one, right? Also,